Hey guys, and welcome back to Diablo 3. It's a new season, so I decided to make a new character and have some fun. And luckily this last weekend was a long weekend in Australia. I'm happy about that because I got to play Diablo 3. As you can see, I'm playing a witch doctor and I have a little goat man on my side. Look at him, he's going, rah, rah, my goat man, rah. And we are using the HellTooth set for pushing rifts. So this is going to be a guide on how to use the HellTooth set effectively. So I'm going to quickly point out some of the items that I have here. Most important is of course what's in the cube. In the cube we have Mask of Joram. Pets deal 100% more damage, which is great, and we have the furnace, increase damage against elites by 50%, which is great, and we have Ring of Royal Grandeur. Now this is a very important ring because it allows us to have one less set item, which is what we desperately need so we can get some more armor specials, such as this bracer, which reduces damage taken by 6% for each stack of Soul Harvest you have. And Soul Harvest can be stacked up to 10 times because of this weapon called Sacred Harvester, which allows you to stack up to 10 Soul Harvests, blah 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 blah. Sorry about the cough. This mojo is not the best mojo, but it's still good because it redirects about 30% of your damage to your zombie dogs, so it's like a 30% resistance boost, which is nice. And that's about it. And the last one is Tusker and Theo, which increases the attack speed of your pets by 50%. Now, the way attack speed works with pets, I'm not sure if it's with this item in particular, but attack speed in general, like if we go to my details and we go attack speed increase 18.2%, that is actually just 18.2% increased damage for my pets because they don't get increased attack speed. Now I'm not sure if that's the same with Tusker and Theo, but it could very well be, so that could just be a 50% increased damage. I don't know, don't quote me on that, I'm just hoping. And the most important ancient legendary, well just legendary ring to get is the Short Man's Finger. Gargantuans instead summon 3 smaller gargantuans, each more powerful than the one before, which is super good because as much as the single gargantuan is good, he tends to attack the wrong target, and that's not good. So we're splitting him up, he hits more targets, he hits stronger, it's all good. And the HellTooth set, what basically this set does is we cast Wall of Death and we gain 1400% increased damage for our other skills such as gargantuan, zombie dogs, and to a lesser extent Acid Cloud and Fire Bats, but we're not really using them. It also increases piranhas, but again doesn't really matter. And for some reason it also increases Wall of Death, which is a bit crazy. And the other thing that it has is the Necrosis. Applying Necrosis to an enemy, you take 60% reduced damage for 10 seconds. Enemies hit by your primary skills induce Necrosis, which deals 1500 weapon damage every second and taking 20% increased damage from all sources for 10 seconds. So it's pretty damn good. So we get good reduction there, which is nice. Plus, because of that reduction from the bracers, it all just adds up nicely. And the only last set to talk about is Traveler's Pledge at Compass Rose, which you should know about by now. You're standing still, you have 50% reduction. If you're moving, you have 100% increase. I think it's the opposite, 100% when you're standing still and 50% when you're moving, you know. But you get it, it's not really rocket science there. What you want to roll for your items is generally just damage. That's about it really. You have plenty of resistance just from all the effects. You don't really want experience in your helmet, what you really want is vitality, which I'm going to put in there right now, because I'm going to be pushing a rift of you guys today. I do not have a vitality ring even leveled up, because I haven't need to use vitality, so let's do this. That's enough. And I think that's enough. And we need 4 of these. So we get... oh, let's go on more of these Royal Amethysts. That's just for my obsessive compulsive disorder. Beyond that, that's all we need. So now we go to our stash. We chuck that in there, down there, that in there, that in there. Ah, it didn't go to the spots I wanted it to. was hoping it just go perfectly to where I wanted to go, but it's fine. We then removed the experience gem from my helmet, which is good because I'm still leveling up my Paragon levels because I'm only at about 562. So it's high, but still high enough for what I want. Next, we go into our Greater Rift and we go up to 70. As you can see, I've done 70, but I haven't done 71 yet. I might be able to do 71 now, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to do 70, which is going to be just as hard, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Now, very important straight away, make sure you summon your creatures. They reset after every single Greater Rift you go into, so you have to resummon them every single time. Make sure you do it. You then want to make sure you have your Soul Harvest up as much as possible, and you keep your allies, well, your pets, in the Wall of Death. I'm not sure if you need to stand in the Wall of Death yourself, but if you want to, you can. I'm pretty sure you don't need to. As you can see, they do a good amount of damage, but not nearly enough. So basically what you want to be doing is while your creatures are attacking, you're sort of like pulling more and more creatures back towards the pets. So they're constantly attacking and moving forward, which is nice. You also want to try and group up the pets' AoE damage with your Piranha Nado, but I understand that that is the hardest part of this whole thing, is getting good groups. You can like run past everything, summon a bunch of enemies in the center and let them deal from the center outwards like here. And it does work fairly well. You just gotta make sure you keep yourself in a position where you won't die, which is probably the hardest bit. Luckily your Gargantuans will generally teleport to you after a little bit, but they'll also be stupid like this one Gargantuan over here who's hitting nothing and just wasting my damage. That's like 1/3 of my damage is gone because one of my Gargantuans is being stupid. We're a little bit ahead of the timer, which is good. We just gotta hope we keep getting lucky. Make sure you have your Soul Harvest to 10 at all times. That is the most important bit, because you have your full resistance, plus you get a large boost to intelligence. It's about 30% intelligence that you get increased, plus you get, because of the ability rune I'm using on it, you get 100% increased armor, which is nice. For potions, I recommend anything that gives you increased resistance or increased armor, which is what I've got on right now, which is just increased resistance. Ooh, that was bad. I almost walked into an explosion. That would have been pretty bad. You can see this is a very slow attacking. It's not any huge burst damage that just appears, but because each hit is just so much damage, it sort of counteracts the slowness. So which means you'll pretty much be going this speed even at slightly lower Greater Rifts. Like if I was doing Greater Rift 65, I'd still be doing about the same speed as I am right here, just because that's how it would all work out. Where are some good mobs? For abilities, you want to have Jaunt, which is what I call it, but it's actually called Spirit Walk. And it's just the rude's called Jaunt. I felt Jaunt was a better word than Spirit Walk. You want to have that. And you want to have your zombie dogs, and you want your zombie dogs to have lacerating bites on it, which lets them have life per hit for you, so you gain back a lot of life each time they hit. And because they get increased damage when they're inside your Wall of Death, you generally have good recovery going on. Alright, that's pretty much a dead horde there. Let's group up some more. Oh, this is a nice one. Oh, we got a yellow here too. This could end badly or it could end really well. You want your follower to have an Oculus ring. You can't have Unity because you don't have any ring spots available, but if you did, Unity would be pretty damn good. Ugh, I'm getting pushed around. I don't know where my pets are anymore. I know they're in there somewhere, so I'm just sort of like hanging around the edge, making sure I keep my Wall of Death damage in the middle there, because that's where I assume they are. And I occasionally run in, get my Soul Harvest, and come back out. I can resummon my mobs so I can see where they are, which would be good. So I'm going to resummon them in the middle there. Make sure Wall of Death's in the middle, and Piranha Tornado them. There they are. They're doing some good damage because they're in the middle hitting out, which means they're all getting the area hit. They're all hitting the right targets, which is really good. Luckily, I haven't had any of the worst mobs, which is... Hey, there's a shrine up here. Which is the ones that duplicate themselves. That's annoying, because I don't really have any way to control my aggro. If I did, it would be great, but I don't. Oh, conduit, that is noise. We are wrecking this rift. Wrecking it. Probably could have easily gone up to 71 now that I'm thinking about it, because I am dominating this one. A little bit slower than I would like, but that's just because this is pretty slow going. Ooh, I'm getting hit a lot by that lightning bolt. Don't want that. Alright. Now I've got to get lucky on which way I exit this place. I'm assuming the exit is to the bottom, but I'm just going to check up here quickly. Oh no, this looks promising. May have found the other exit. It's a blue up ahead, that's nice. Oh, I'm out of my Spirit Harvest. As you can see, when I'm out of my Spirit Harvest, I get super weak. But it's not the end of the world. You can generally recover. Ooh, I died. This is a really bad time to die because, as you can see, my Gargantuan is on cooldown. So I'm going to back off. Summon my dogs back here, and hopefully I can just fight my way back to the blues. I'm not going directly after the blues because I don't have the damage to fight them. My zombie dogs didn't summon for whatever reason. And I'm just going to stay back, get my soul harvest up, and just sort of keep pressure on. I'm going to not like really try to push aggressively because I cannot do any damage without my Gargantuans. Not that my dogs do nothing, they just don't have any cleave, so they're pretty pointless. They're only there just to give me that extra resistance and that life per hit. I'm hoping they can kill some, because every kill I get in the surrounding reduces my cooldowns, which is nice, but that was a big mistake dying there. I should have been a bit more cautious. I didn't realize there were lasers. I should have read their thing. Like lasers and electrocutes coming out of them, they just ripped my health apart, especially when I didn't have full resistance going. But we made a triumphant recovery. Oh, there's still one left back up here. Damn, that sucks. Oh, there's two up here. Oh. Well then. No. Again, I'm going to stay back, just let my pets do all the damage, just make sure I have the buffs on them, and they should just carry me. But that's generally all you're doing, is just sitting back, dodging abilities, and keeping your pets full damaged up. They won't die to like lasers or anything, generally because they don't die in the first place, but also because of the legendary gem we have on, which is the Enforcer. Gotta get around. And the Enforcer increases our pet damage and also reduces the damage our pets take. I wish it would reduce the damage I took, but whatever. So it pretty much makes your pets indestructible, which is pretty good. Yep. Sorry about that, I have to use Shadow Play, so I have to do that every 10 minutes so I don't lose footage. It's a bit annoying. I wanted to use fraps, but I was just not getting any good frame rate whatsoever. At least this way I can have consistently 60 FPS. I don't know why fraps isn't really that optimized for this game, when other games it's perfectly fine. Probably because this is an older game and it's not very... Oh, why'd my game alt tab? I hope I didn't lose any footage there. Oh god. Everything's not coming up Millhouse. I hope I'm not too out of sync now. I'll be putting a sync at the end of this. Hopefully that alt tab, whatever the fuck happened there, doesn't affect me too much. Luckily I just, you know, reset the recording, so if I did lose anything it'd be like 10 seconds. Oh well. Really need one more elite pack and I'll be good. There we go. Summon my Gargantuans in the middle. Bring them all to the Gargantuans. Keep the Wall of Death on. Another thing you need to think about when you're getting up to the later stages of the rift like I am right now is making sure your soul harvest is at 10 for the start of the boss. So once your thing's like almost at the end, you want to be like just spamming it as much as possible, hoping for the best case scenario. But you kind of want to stay at 10 anyway for the most case, but you want to like have it really close to the edge at this point. Oh, blue's left. Oh, there's one blue left there. Another good ring to items, legendary gems to have is Stricken, which increases damage against Rift Guardians, and also each hit slightly increases damage, which is nice. Power Pylon, that is nice. There we go, doing nice. Power Pylon, I probably could have saved for the boss. I just want to keep pushing, because I'm not quite at the point where I want to be. Don't know where my gargantuans are. I can see 2 of them. That's good. They're hitting nicely. Alright, this should be the boss. Do I still have power pylon? I do have it for a little bit. Hopefully it's enough. Come on guys, hit while the power pylon's still on. No, it's off there. So for the bosses, you kind of want to just stay to the back and just like avoid hits when you have to. And remember that you don't want to really be close, you want to just stay to the back. I don't see my dogs, so I'm going to resummon them because I think they may have died. Could have just not been seeing them though. You also want to try to keep your soul harvest at least at 1, even though it's pretty hard to keep going because that does increase your damage by a lot. And also your resistance. My cheat death just went off, so I was lucky. And now I'm in the top 618 of Witch Doctors. Go me, hooray. I was in top 500 last night, but of course I went to bed, now I'm 600. Just how it is. Oh, I got another one of the drum masks. Now what my current plan is right now is to get legendary gems to 65 for a conquest achievement. That's about it. I will be completely and utterly honest with you. So, I'm gonna see what we get out of these legendary rolls, and that'll be about it for this video. Hope you at least maybe learned something. Maybe if you didn't want to do a Witch Doctor, maybe you went, hey, maybe I'll try a Witch Doctor out. I don't plan on doing many more videos in... Tall Man Ring is a pretty good temporary ring, in case you don't have the short man finger, because it makes you have like 1 super dog instead of having 3 small dogs, which is pretty cool. But mainly you want to try and get the short man finger as fast as possible, just because it gives you the 3 of them. And nothing really good from drops. The Traveler's Pledge is better. I can roll out critical hit damage, because I think that attack speed's slightly better, but I don't know. It's definitely better in intelligence and vitality, but the problem is the critical hit damage is lower by 20%, which is pretty bad, but the 5% increased damage for my pets with attack speed are pretty good. Beyond that, that's about it. Anything else I need to talk about? Paragon levels, yeah, as you can see, you want to try and max out critical hit chance and critical hit damage first. You then want to get your 25% movement speed, the rest go in intelligence. For utility, you want area damage burst, and you want life on hit, and then it doesn't really matter about resource cost reduction because you don't use it a lot. In defense, you want life first, and you want armor because you don't really need all resist, because when you're intelligent, you already have all resist built in, so you can kind of give it a miss. And then you want life regen because you need to keep your life at full at all times. In offense, I kind of want to get some cooldown reduction, but I know I'm going to get there eventually. Attack speed's just more worth it than cooldown reduction. As you saw against the boss, there was just like that half a second to 1 second where my Wall of Death wasn't up, because the cooldown's 8 seconds and the circle lasts 6 seconds. But because I do have some slight inbuilt cooldown reduction, where would that be? Would it be an offense? Yeah, it is. I've got 8% cooldown reduction. Very minimal. Very minimal. But it's still helpful to this build. Only slightly though. You only really need, 8 seconds to go down to 6 seconds. That's about 20% to 25% cooldown reduction need. So it's not a lot. Once you get that, you're fine. Like, I don't recommend like putting a cooldown reduction gem in your hat. Like, just having a life in your hat's fine. So yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys got some insight. Here's my abilities, just in case you were wondering. Just leave it on this for a little bit. And that's about it. I will see you guys in the next video, where I plan to do maybe a support Witch Doctor build, showing that off, and hopefully if I do happen to get into a 4-man, do some group pushing. And I might show off a video about strategies for group pushing. See you later.